Hello, one and all, everyone of YouTube. It is Charles from Kentucky Fried Stupid, also known as Crimson, bringing you this glorious game. I love it so much. I love so many PS2 games, and I finally figured out how to record them. We shall encounter all of the recordings, all of the everything, and we shall proceed from there. In this case, it's me doing this by myself because everybody that would co-commentate with me is busy or having life explode on them. And let's get to it, where I literally just saved it for half a second. Sly!
Do you read me?
Yeah, I read you.
I'm your butt, Italy. Chrome your butt.
Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Trying to break into police headquarters does that.
Get over it, Bentley. You're safe in the van. I'm the thief here. I've got to steal that file from Inspector Carmelita Fox.
Well, count on me to be your eyes and ears, buddy.
One thing I love. Oh God, I make so much noise.
Inside, you're gonna have to go through that air vent.
I'm going in.
One thing that I love about this series. Oh wait, I can actually force them to look around. I completely forgot about that.
Just keep that engine running, Murray. I'll be down in no time.
I completely forgot about that. Oh yes, I completely forgot about that. Come on. That glorious. Can I actually change it? Trolls. Nope, I cannot. No, I hate it. But I've always hated it.
Hey,
Bentley,
Bentley, I think I'm
please.
seeing things. Must be vertigo or something. Can you see those crazy blue lights?
The thief sparkles.
I've read about this. Master raccoon thieves are able to sense
Master
stealing
raccoon
opportunities,
thieves.
which manifest themselves as unexplainable blue auras. According to my research, all you have to do is get near them and hold down the circle button, and you should
the
perform a
glorious
super sneaky
circle
master
button.
thief move.
Hold down the circle button near blue auras. I'm on it.
Well, I just adore this. We'll be doing all of these. I'll be doing a lot of these. I'm just glad it looks so much better on the recording side of things. Okay.
Be extra careful here, Sly. Break one of those laser beams and you'll set off the alarms. Not to mention you'll
And
be
you get set on fire. And you only get fried if you hit it a second time, but I still hate
Nice job,
the reverse
you're in.
camera.
Inspector Carmelita Fox's office is behind the red door.
Let's see. Les Wanted. Let's see, we have... Oh. Looks like a bit Nyla. But I don't recognize. Oh, minions. They're minions. Never noticed she was wearing a chef hat before in that picture. Anyway. Glorious things if I actually go in the right direction. The gasp. The door is locked.
That
Whatever
door
shall we
must be
do?
super reinforced, Sly. Maybe there's a way to get around it.
I mean, yes there is. I don't know if I'm actually going to... I don't know if I'm going to...
Way to go, Sly.
100%
This is
the
where
game.
Inspector Carmelita
I think I'm gonna get
stashes
most
all her
of the
important
stuff.
files. I hacked into the police security mainframe and discovered this vault's combo.
Okay. Come on, Bentley.
Try dialing in 937.
9, 3, 7. Welcome to the case files, muchachos. Okay.
Nice job.
Sly's personal
You
case
got it.
file.
If you come down through the fire escape and head through
The
the parking lot,
fun
we'll
thing
be
about
waiting
the Sly
in the
Cooper
getaway
series
van.
is Sly's like 16 or 17 at the start of this game. So I don't know when they started being thieving properly, canonically, since you know we criminal.
You foolish raccoon. I've caught you
Oh, God.
red-handed.
Ah, Carmelita. I haven't seen you since I gave you the slip in Bombay.
Which reminds me,
And
you need to return
you should be in
the
high
Firestone of
school.
India to its rightful owner.
You should be in high school,
I was
Sly.
gonna give it to you as a little
Not
token of my-
thieving, but
Hey, you know, that bazooka really brings out the color of your eyes. Very fetching.
You think?
shocked.
This pistol packs a paralyzing punch. You ought to try it. Might
Wonder
snap
if
you
the-
out of your crime spree.
And give up our little rendezvous?
Plenty of time for that once you're safely behind bars.
So she's
I'd
like,
love to stick around and chat,
Carmelita's like,
but I just dropped by to pick up this
I
case
think
file.
canonically like
Think we've had it long
21,
enough.
while Sly is 17. So Sly is just Sly. Come on. Ooh. Just getting used to the weird control scheme is gonna be fun. Yeah. Ha. Yeehaw. Bring town.
Can't escape me, raccoon!
The war.
Once again, my gang and I
wish
had given
that we
Inspector
could
Carmelita
get
Fox the slip.
more
I was
Sly
surprised
Cooper
to see how well
games.
she took it.
Just
Finally,
not in
the secret police file I'd been
overexpandingly,
searching
like
for
it has
all
to be
these
so
years.
much
With
greater
this,
and
I could avenge my family and
more, like,
regain possession of our
world-ending
most
style of
valued
story.
treasure.
I think
It all began
people-
when I was just a kid,
and I don't
bouncing
know
on
about
my
other
father's
people. I
name.
know me
You see,
personally.
I come from a
I
long
would
line of
prefer
master
the
thieves who kept all
early
their secrets of
2000s
sneaking
styles
and
of
stealing
video
in
game
an ancient
development.
book.
Even though you
The
can get
Thievius
some lower quality
Raccoonus.
games out of
Anyone
it,
who
just
read it
the
learned to be
episodic
especially
game
sneaky,
series
which
where
is
you can
why
get
we
like a
specialize
full
in
series,
stealing
like
from
Ratchet and
criminals.
Clank, Slack,
After
you
all,
can get a
there's
new
no
game
honor,
every
no
year.
challenge, no
They
fun
use the same
stealing
kind
from
of
ordinary
assets
people.
rather than just
You rip off a master criminal, and you know
expanding
you're a master thief.
craftfully into the realm of
Well,
must
on the
be
night I was supposed to
super,
inherit the book, 5 visitors came unannounced to my door.
super realistic
My father fought
or
to protect
super
us, but the
graphically
gang of villains known
intense.
as the Fiendish
You
Five
can just
overpowered
make
and
so
ransacked
many,
our house until they
so
found
many good games
the
out of
Thievius
it.
Raccoonus. Our family's manual of thieving greatness fell into their filthy hands. They tore the book into 5 pieces and split it up, each
just-
villain disappearing to the farthest corners of the world to commit dastardly
I
crimes.
don't know, it's just a bit
Broken alone, I was
meant to be
dumped at the town
nostalgic for
orphanage.
it, even though probably
There I met 2 guys who
shouldn't be
became my
nostalgic
lifelong
for it.
buddies and trusted crew.
Good old
Bentley,
Murray, good old
techno
Bentley,
genius
and
and
good old
strategist
Sly
supreme.
Cooper.
Ed Murray, part-time driver and full-time burden. Together we pledged to track down the
Full-time
Fiendish
burden.
Five, avenge my father, and steal back the Thievius Raccoonus. I knew I was about to face the toughest test of my life. On this mission, I would either become a master thief like my ancestors before me, or fail and allow my family name to bite the dust.
I'm gonna get. This is just the
That was a nice piece of work back there at police headquarters.
the good old
Come
old
see
time
me if you want
polygons.
to check out any of your old movies.
I
I've got
still
them all
wish
here
that
on
there
my
was
computer.
more
Use the
Sly
left
Cooper,
analog
more
stick
Ratchet
to
and
move
Clank,
around the hideout
more
and
Jack
X
and
button to
Daxter.
select things.
Just without them just going that much more over the top at every game.
I've already plotted a route to our first target.
Yeah. It's Glafter. Le Frog. Mister, I can't remember what his name is.
The road trip gave me the time I needed to study up on Sir Raleigh the Frog.
Sir Raleigh. That was his name.
As a young man, this hot-tempered frog grew bored of his life of luxury and privilege. On a whim, he tried his hand at a bit of piracy and found it to his liking. Raleigh, who quickly became
evil
addicted to
boy.
crime, was brought into the Fiendish Five as chief machinist, where his evil tinkering genius rose to new heights.
Evil boy.
The last reported sighting of this mad machinist was off the soggy coast of the Isle of Rat, a small island uncomfortably situated in the middle of the perilous Welsh Triangle.
Coming back, like Raleigh here is built up as this like master machinist. You can kind of see hints of that in his levels here and what kind of like is implied, but you just kind of don't get to see a whole lot of everything. I will never get those time trials. I'll try and get everything else, but I'll never get the time trials. Ah well. Ah well. like having him come back and just building different and varying machines and trying to get revenge on Cyclooper would be pretty darn good in my opinion.
No problem.
Along with it, even with some of the villains turning to the good side, quote unquote the good side anyway. Or just a game where you're Carmelita and you're chasing Sly or different villains down. And it's more like a third person shooter. I mean, like, you know, there's so much you can do with this world with just like the silly and over the top that you can get. But let's start with BS. Hello, sir.
The message you must found appears to be some sort of club. I'll decipher it here in the van. In the meantime, see if you can find any more clues.
I will find all of them, Bentley. All of them. Every last single one. They're all for my taking. All for the taking. And multiple. I've never thought about that before. That's silly, and it makes me want to know where that periscope actually leads to. Let's see, well, besides that up there that I need to get those other ones. Like, some of these can get a bit tricky, and if I have to, I'll do some of this stuff off screen, but most of this stuff is just so simple to do that you really don't have to worry about it taking up too much time. And I've also probably put way too many hours into all of the Sly Cooper games. Sly Cooper 1 and 2 specifically, Honor Among Thieves is a good one. But it can't beat the sheer nostalgia I have for the first two.
You done whining?
Also,
I'm just trying to keep you alive. I launched these signal repeaters throughout this fortress. Get close to one, and I can checkpoint your progress.
I will probably end up using cheats for Sly 2 just for the extra stuff on it. I'm not even talking about Sly 2 right now. I'm talking about Sly 2 right now. Okay. I hate those guys. They're a bit annoying. But I think most enemies in games are. Sure.
According to my amphibio positioning system, that big blimp is where Raleigh is hiding out.
You know,
Quote unquote blimp made completely out of metal and flying in the air. But still, just the thought of the sheer amount of ingenuity that would actually take to create, and just some of the sheer other amount of stuff that gets made missing. I just think about all the silly things that they could legitimately, just for the fact that he built a storm machine, they could explain him building. It's, I don't know, just an interesting thought idea for me. I kind of wish that Sucker Punch, if they still own the rights to the game, to these games, would pop back in on occasion and return to them and just make different kinds of games in their universe, or just reintroduce or generationally.
So far, Sly. To get over the next gate, you'll need to grab onto this hook using your cane. Just jump and hit the circle button.
Got it.
Yes,
Jump
yes,
and hit the
Bentley.
circle button to grab
I know.
the hooks.
Was there one? No. Oh no. I forgot there's not the center camera button in here. Ah well. Oh. Hello, sir. You seem to be having some issues as I become one with the universe. This glorious part right here, the ender of one of the enders of my time trial runs. Yep. Let's see. There's 20. This is like this level to get everything in here. Because there's these. He's right up here. And my brain has locked up on how. Oh, yeah. The ropes. So many ropes, so little time. Technically not done
That
yet.
large vault has got to be somehow related to those clues in bottles you've been collecting. If you can locate all the clues in this area, I should be able to crack the code and get you inside it.
And the silly squeaking. Silly squeaking is always fun. Yeah, why yes, I will get that so I can get all the secret moves. Wahaha, there you go,
You
Bentley.
found it, Sly.
You get to have fun.
Clue to crack the code. Now,
Uh-huh.
the circle to enter the
Bentley.
vault code.
Bentley, I have done none of it.
Clues have led me to believe that the code for this vault is 792.
792. From what I know, it's random. Each code for each safe is randomized in each playthrough.
Sly, you found a
But you
page
can,
of Thievius
if you
Raccoonus.
want to, just sit around and try each code until you get it.
Fast
I
attack
believe.
dive move. Press the triangle button to use it.
Woohoo! Fast attack dive. Yoink. Yes. And that's the first key. In a shockingly loud noises. But that's the intro area taken care of. So, on the next episode of Sly Cooper.